Bill Marshall, thank you so much, and good evening, everyone, and welcome in to the first Big Friday of the 2025-26 58th District basketball season. Floyd Central has made the short trip to the field house to take on Prestonsburg in a 58th District doubleheader, and Betsy Lane is on their way to Lawrence County in what should be two good games down there as well. And welcome in. It's the Howard Family Pharmacy countdown to tip-off. Josh McKinney sitting to my left, and Mark Martin are happy to bring you tonight's contest. We are located across from the entranceway and sitting right across from where the Prestonsburg team bench is, up in the higher back row. But, Josh, missing our buddy Steve, and Steve's on the DL tonight, or as you mentioned, a better description.
Yeah, he's on the injured reserve list for tonight. He texted a little bit early and said he was under the weather. Steve, buddy, it ain't the same with just me and Mark. Not that I don't enjoy working with Mark, but it's we're a man down. But listen, we've got Whitley here. She's helping us out. She helps us out during football season, so she's on call, and hope Steve feels better soon. A lot of basketball to get to in the next couple of weeks.
Well, I'd already seen that Whitley was already writing that she needs the check in the mail quickly. College student going to Thomas More. Hey, everyone. Like I mentioned in the welcome to the field house, which Prestonsburg was formed back in the late 30s, a little quick history here. Josh and I talked before we went on the air. The field house was opened up in 1958, and with the capacity of 4,000 people, many fans still, even the addition of modern gyms throughout the area, many sports fans have stated over the years the field house continues to be one of the best places to watch a basketball game, and memories are abound from both a fan, players, and teams that have added to the mystique of this field house. And Josh joins me now. And Josh, share some of your memories, and hey, tell them about the live chat that we'd like to have tonight.
Yeah, if you have your own memories of the field house that spans, like Mark just said, decades, a lot of great basketball, and not just basketball, all kinds of events have been played here. Let us know in the comments of your favorite memories. Two that stick out to me, Mark, is one, the entirety of the 2004 15th region tournament was one of the better region tournaments. You saw the host Black Cats knock off the two-time defending champion Shelby Valley Wildcats. You saw the Eastridge Allen Central game, the infamous ending with Rossi Salmons on the baseline right down here by the stage. You saw Pike Central and Eastridge in the championship. Robbie Spears, the shot at the buzzer. A lot of people may say that the timer had zeros on it. The shot counted nonetheless, and Eastridge won its first and to date only region title. And the other memory that stands out was just a couple of years ago. They did the Glory Road game here, Floyd Central versus Prestonsburg, and you had Floyd Central players wearing McDowell, Wheelwright, Wayland, Martin, Garrett, Maytown, and you had all of these region championship teams from Floyd County who had come back that were being honored. And to see all of those players from the 60s, 70s, and 89 Prestonsburg team all on the court at the same time, it gives me chills even thinking about it now. That was such a tremendous moment because we've talked a lot about the history, but to have all of that history together on the court at one time was a phenomenal event, and that was one of the better things that's happened in this gym in its history, and it just happened a couple of years ago.
Well, I'll not get into and date myself as old as I am, but boy, let me tell you, there have been some good memories and bad memories, but it's just been a place, and still yet, and I agree, it's probably one of the better places to watch a basketball game. Not a bad sight in the house. The only thing that we would have trouble with, we talked about, was the light that goes to the right. Kind of blinds us on the scoreboard, so I'm going to wake up with a crick in my neck in the morning from looking to the left.
That's a very niche complaint. Not many people. But, yeah, it is a little awkward to have that light hanging down. But the upgrades they've done over the years are tremendous. And you're right, there's not a bad seat in this gym. It's open. It's a beautiful, beautiful gymnasium. For as old as it is, and the renovations have really made it look like one of the more modern ones.
The crowd is starting to filter into the field house, and now it's the tale of the tape. Time sponsored by Mecca Hall Castle, your candidate for Floyd County Attorney, and Miss Castle and her family wants to wish everyone a safe and Merry Christmas during the holiday season. Mr. Google, take it away.
Well, for the girls' game, the Lady Jaguars and Lady Black Cats, they've met 21 times coming into tonight. This is the 22nd meeting. Floyd Central has a 19-2 advantage in the series. However, those two losses that the Jaguars have suffered at Prestonsburg have each come in the last two district tournaments. So Prestonsburg's only wins in the series have come at pretty opportune times. The 2024 district championship on this very court, 52-39. And then last year in the first round of the district at Betsy Lane, 61-55. So the Lady Black Cats have kind of bitten the Lady Jags in the postseason the last couple of years, but it's a series that heavily favors Floyd Central. For the Lady Jags, they are undefeated in district openers since they became a school back in 2017. 8-0. They've never lost their first district game of the season. And for Prestonsburg, of course, the last time they met, as I just mentioned, they beat Floyd Central. Prestonsburg is trying to beat a district opponent in back-to-back games for the first time since February of 2023. They knocked off Betsy Lane in back-to-back games in February of 22 and 23. They've not gotten back-to-back wins over any district team since then, trying to do that tonight. And it's a confident bunch, and we'll see kind of which Jaguars, which Black Cat teams comes out.
And to ride the coattails on that, Bud, and great work again. During the last 6 contests, Floyd Central has taken 4 of them, but those wins have gotten a little bit tougher. The last 2 wins that they've had against Prestonsburg were by a combination of 11 points. So it should be a good matchup. The crowd is still continuing to filter in, and we anticipate a good crowd here tonight. Both Prestonsburg and Floyd Central girls squads recorded their wins in their season opener as Prestonsburg defeated Morgan County 52-38, despite only shooting 27% from the floor. Senior Allison Howard led the scoring with 13 points, while senior Jade Fitzpatrick and freshman Whitney Howard recorded 12 and 11 points respectively. Floyd Central traveled north and held Paintsville to an overall defensive field goal percentage of 27, and the Lady Jags won going away, winning 64-45. The Lady Jags connected on 42% in what was a physical game as both teams combined for a total of 56 free throw attempts. Sophomore Maddie Engel, I'm excited to see this girl play. She recorded a double-double with her 28 points on 10 of 16 shooting and 16 rebounds. Yes, I said 16 rebounds. Reagan Lafferty, another sophomore, pitched in 17, complimented Ingles, and those 2 sophomores are on their way to establishing a strong 1-2 punch. A confident win on the road tonight for the Lady Jags could get another solid challenge tonight.
Yeah, Maddie Engel is one of those players. You've heard her name for a couple of years. Last year, kind of a breaking out party her freshman season. And what I really like about her is Floyd Central got a transfer in freshman Jalen Blanton, a point guard. And what she has been able to do is allow Maddie to play her true position, that kind of 3 spot. She's got a nice jumper, but her game is getting into the lane, that baseline cut, those back doors, and she goes after the rebounds tremendously well, just like you said. And pair her with Reagan Lafferty, who is one of the more all-around better players in this district, if not the 15th region as a sophomore. It is a really dynamic duo. And then some other players that kind of complement them really well, Chloe Crace, Jalen Blanton. If those girls can kind of do their roles pretty well, you've got a really 1-2 punch at the top. And with Engel and Lafferty, everybody else doing their roles and filling in those gaps, it's a pretty formidable squad that Coach Justin Triplett has to work with.
You beat me to the spot on the floor on that drive, but Chloe Case, I expect a good anticipated play from her tonight. Kind of started out slow a little bit offensively, but that was just because of Paintsville kind of shaded her down on the defensive end. So we're looking at a contrasting style of play with the Lady Jags only attempted 3-point attempts the other night, while Prestonsburg put up 21 in the win over Morgan County. Prestonsburg with 4 seniors taking away senior Chloe Crace, But let's go back to the live read of tonight's sponsors. One is the countdown to the tip-off pregame. The countdown is brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern. Pharmacists Wes Howard, Tiffany Jacobs, Stacy Conley, and Joanna Newsom are always there to answer any questions or concerns you may have about your medications. You will always be treated like family when you visit Howard Family Pharmacy. Call 358-4800 or 949-4800 for Howard Family Pharmacy. We also want to say thanks to Appalachian Wireless. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. And, Josh, crowd's still coming in, and, boy, it's getting us both a little excited.
Well, the girls' crowds are always a little slow. I think a lot of people kind of come in late anticipating the end of a girls' game, probably, leading into the boys' game. But this girls' game is going to be, I think, really a fun one to watch and a fun one to be a part of. As, like you said, they've played tough the last 6 meetings. Lady Black Cats seem to get better and better and play them closer and closer, and it's going to be a nice chess match between two coaches that know each other really well, and Justin Triplett and Brandon Kidd.
As we said, Prestonsburg pretty much has 4 seniors. Got a new transfer in point guard, Candace Music. Music had 5 points the other night in the game contest against
Morgan County,
excuse me. But guard Jade Fitzpatrick comes in this season averaging 12 points a game during her junior year. Look for Amelia Newsom to have a good steady game. And the Howard girls, Little Whitney, just a freshman coming off a right knee injury, ACL injury. She's worked hard. I had her last year as an 8th grader. Senior Allison Howard will pitch in. She was an all-region performer, I think, last year. So it should be a good contest. Like we said, 2 contrasting styles of play.
The biggest thing I think this season, at least in the early part of the year for Prestonsburg, is when you need a bucket, who's going to get it for you? Last year, or the last couple of years, they've had Audrey Prater, who really would put this team on her back down the stretch. And if they needed something, she would go out there and get it. And she made plays easier for everyone else on the floor. They've got the pieces to do that. Allison Howard is capable. Jade Fitzpatrick was named to the all-tournament team, region tournament team last year. She's capable. Amelia Newsom is a nice piece on the block. But who's going to be that player down the stretch? We may see something similar play out tonight. If this game is close in the later half of the 4th quarter, who is going to be that one with the ball in her hands to go get you a bucket or make you a play or drive and dish? We'll see who kind of fills those shoes left by Prater. Towards the end of the year, I think they'll be okay. But this is a really big matchup in the first week of the season.
Great job, buddy. We're just getting started. Everyone, hey, don't forget on the Facebook, chime in. What is your favorite memory here at the Field House? Anthony Morgan, we see you watching, and there will be plenty of string music here tonight, I believe, from the field. It may be cold outside, but everyone buckle down because this is going to be 2 hotty, contested games.
Absolutely.
We'll send it back to Bill at the station for a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll take a look at tonight's starting lineups. You're listening to 58th District Basketball on Big Friday on WMDJ Sports.
Your Sims Furniture family wishes you and your family Merry Christmas. Right now, take advantage of year-end discounts during the Christmas event at Sims Furniture in Prestonsburg. Discounts on the furniture you need in your home for the holidays, and it can be in your home for the holidays. There's no waiting weeks or months to get furniture to your home. If you see it at Sims Furniture, you can take it home today or schedule an in-home delivery. Right now, choose a special gift with each purchase or take a discount. And Santa and Mrs. Claus are coming to Sims Furniture. Santa and Mrs. Claus will arrive on a fire truck at 2:30 p.m. on Saturday, December 13th. They'll be there from 2:30 until 4, but come 15 minutes early to see their arrival. Bring the kids to see Santa and Mrs. Claus and take advantage of year-end discounts. Merry Christmas from your Sims Furniture family. Sims Furniture, Highlands Plaza, Prestonsburg.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Josh McKinney,
Whitley
Hall, and Mark Martin joining you back here for an anticipated good 58th District matchup. And Josh, let me send it to you on this way. Traditionally, 58th District games are not in the month of December, as hot and contested and competitive as it is, but we'll get a little look at, and I think from a coaching standpoint, you definitely want to come out with the win, but if you don't, you want your group to play well tonight.
Yeah, and that was a trend that kind of started, I feel like, a couple of years ago. And you see, scheduling trends come and go. I know the 57th District in baseball would always have a doubleheader or games back-to-back. And you saw this trend play out a couple of years ago where that first Friday night of the first week of the season was a district game. Well, you got another one next Friday night. So before Christmas, you've already played 1/3 of your district schedule. And as a former coach, you probably know that you want to have your team playing well around the All-A Classic. That's kind of the first kind of checkpoint. You want to evaluate your team. Well, you get to the All-A in the 15th region, you could be 0-2 in district. And whether you're playing well or not, you could be behind that 8 ball really, really early in the standings.
I think from a coaching standpoint, what we described the season, a lot of it, of being around. You have the All-A that's came in. That built up a little bit of excitement. And then we have what many coaches call the dog days of the schedule. And the thing that I think helped the Floyd County basketball fans to keep enthused was the conference games was set back in part of the schedule the first week of February. So if you had one or two close schools that were tying for that number 1 or number 2 seed, it still brought in a large crowd. Not to say it's still not going to, but the tradition of the 58 district teams in February, there's nothing like it.
So would you rather play all 6 of your district games in that stretch between the All-A Classic and the end of February in that 4 or 5 week period, or would you rather space them out? Because you know as well as anybody, this district can be physically demanding, not just from the basketball perspective, but I mean literally physically taking those beatings. So do you want to cram all 6 games in a short window, or would you rather have them spaced out? Maybe not this early, but space them out a little bit.
Well, first of all, let's understand that the football season is kind of backed up the basketball season. I can remember the football finals at one time was held during Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving weekend. And so basketball schedule has kind of been squeezed on the front end from football, and then you turn around, baseball starts now at the 1st of March. So what used to be March Madness, it's kind of like February Thunder. And because, the season's been scheduled, I don't have an answer for it, but for me personally, I'd like to try to, you've got the All-A, and most of our 58 district teams are in All-A, if not all of them. And you've got that excitement, and it's okay to have a game like this, but we're going to play both games before Christmas.
Yeah, they, Floyd Central's got Lawrence County next week.
And whatever team comes out of this stretch of December, 0-2, boy, Coach, you've not only got a good job of trying to what are you going to do the next game, but you've got to now battle the morale battle. Mm-hmm. So. We'll send it back. We'll take a timeout. But when we return, the starting lineups. You're listening to the Howard Family Pharmacy tip-off show to tick off. You're listening to 58 District Basketball on WMDJ Sports.
As the weather turns colder and the nights grow longer, let Secure All Security Systems make home the coziest place to be. With the installation of a smart home security system, you can enjoy a warm welcome every evening as your lights turn on automatically. Greet guests through your phone with a doorbell camera and unlock your door remotely with secure smart locks. Relax fireside with your complete peace of mind as your connected smoke and carbon monoxide detectors are on watch for you 24/7. This season, stay safe, warm, and cozy with Secure All. Call their office today to receive a free consultation with personalized recommendations for your security needs. They provide residential and commercial solutions, including smart security, camera surveillance, access control, and fire alarm systems. Call today, 606-506-0371. That's 606-506-0371. And Secure All with Secure All. Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
It's time to take the halls at Appalachian Wireless, and you want to give the best gift this season. So let's save big this Christmas with up to $1,500 off select devices. Or how about choosing an iPhone 15 or 16 for just a penny? You know what? Our accessories are 50% off as well. Great for stocking stuffers. So don't wait. Let's make this Christmas one where you save money, stay connected, and have a chance to win some cash. So visit us today at one of our many retail locations or find out more at AppalachianWireless.com. And let's take the halls because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Welcome back, everyone, into the field house. And, Josh, I got to send out my dad, not to make this be selfish about myself, but, Dad, I'm telling you, every time the national anthem's said, he said, son, you better be looking at that flag. And, Dad, I hope you're feeling better. He wanted to be here tonight, and 93 years old and still kicking like a camel, man, I'm telling you.
I hope when I get there I can still kick it.
Still drives and still weed eats. I'm telling you.
I got a yard he can weed eat if he wants to.
Hey, bud, let's take a little bit closer look at these two squads. Like we said, the anticipated starting lineups, Maddie Ingles probably going to be a tough matchup. If Coach Brandon Kidd wants to come out on a man-to-man defense, who are you going to face up with that girl?
That's a tough one. I think, Fitzpatrick, we saw the soccer career that she had and the season that she had. I think athletically could match up with Engel pretty well. She's similar size, similar build. Engel's going to be really physical in the paint. I think Newsom on Lafferty is going to be a fun matchup to watch. I'm excited to see Blanton. She had a solid game against Painesville running the point. I want to see kind of what she does to help create some for this offense. And I think she might be the matchup issue. Who's going to be that Audrey Prater that we talked about? Who's going to kind of fill her shoes, not just offensively but defensively, and kind of be that shutdown defender? It's going to be quite the chess match.
Then you've got senior guard Chloe Case will probably pretty much surround the perimeter for Coach Justin Triplett, who returns back to the sidelines to lead this Lady Jag team. And also sophomore Reagan Lafferty will try to anchor things underneath the block. And the fifth starter could be probably junior Carmen Racky.
Yeah, Racky's going to be your in-your-face defender. I mean, she's got a job, and she knows her job, and she's going to do it extremely well. She is a pest defensively for anybody that she is matched up against. And she'll do a lot of the dirty work. She'll go after some loose ball rebounds. But her goal, her job is to just pester the fire out of whoever she is guarding on the defensive end.
I think one of the things that Coach Brandon Kidd's got to defend against this Lady Jag squad here tonight, he's got to really make and contain Reagan Lafferty. Reagan's a banger, and then you got Engel trying to penetrate. But you've got to kind of keep shading like probably Paintsville did to Chloe Crace to get her from going. And I would probably anticipate they'll shoot a little bit more than 3 field goals as a tip from behind the arc.
I think so, too. The thing with Lafferty is if you put Newsom on her, and we may see Howard on her, too, Allison Howard, Reagan likes to kind of set up around that free throw line. She's got a nice touch to her from the jump shot from that free throw line range. And so if you've got one of the bigs for Prestonsburg on her man-to-man, she could pull them out and open up something down low behind, back door for Engel. But I look for them to get a couple more shots off from behind the arc, get Chloe some confidence from out there, knock a couple shots down, because if she is knocking down those outside shots, it just takes this offense to a whole other level.
Coach Brandon Kidd, he's elected to the starters that he started against Morgan County were the 2 seniors, Candace Music and Jade Fitzpatrick, who we've talked about. Jade was an all-region performer, as Josh mentioned. She comes in with 12 points average on last season. Jade was only 52% from the free throw shooter, but we anticipate that being a lot better, and she led the team with 37 trays last season. Allison Howard will be the third person on the perimeter, and Allison averaged 10 points last season. Again, struggled a little bit from the free throw percentage, but spoke to her before the pregame. Hey, she was a perfect 4 for 4 from the other night. And Amelia Newsom, 4-point average, a junior, and then senior Sierra Sloan will round out the starting 5 for Coach Brandon Kidd. And Kidd likes to bring off sophomore Addison Wright and also sophomore Lakin Stevens. A little bit more of a surprising big combination with Wright and Stevens underneath, but he's thinking, hey, if we can give them only one shot, it gives us a better chance on the other end.
Brandon will tell you, the uglier we can make this any basketball game, the more he likes their chances. I mean, you put in our group chat the other night, how many teams are going to shoot 27% from the field and win? Well, guess what? That's what Prestonsburg did.
Yes.
The 26 of 61. And listen,
you'd have took my M&Ms.
I'm sorry, but he'll tell you that. That's not a knock on him or anything. He will tell you that, and that's what he wants. He wants it to be a defensive slugfest. He wants it to be, he wants to create chaos and havoc and get those turnovers. If that's what we see tonight, it could be a really, really surprising outcome for some people.
Everyone, go get that microwave popcorn settled. Like I said, it's going to be 2 good games here tonight. We're getting ready to start the starting lineups. We'll send it back to the station to our producer, Bill Marshall, here tonight. You're listening to 58th District Basketball on WMDJ Sports.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Joanna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family.
Time for high school basketball action presented by Appalachian Wireless and sponsored by Mecca Hall Castle for Floyd County Attorney, Howard Family Pharmacy, Douglas Ray Hall, Floyd County Circuit Court Clerk, Secure All Security Systems, Keith Bartley, Floyd County Attorney, McDowell Professional Pharmacy, Jesse Osborne Insurance, Sims Furniture, Robinson Septic Service, and Community Trust Bank. Now let's go courtside for all the play-by-play action.
Thanks, everyone. Back into the field house and sitting across from the team benches, Josh McKinney and I, Mark Martin. We're still missing Steve Sloan. Steve starts feeling better and hope you're listening, buddy. A little change in the starting lineups for Floyd Central, Josh.
Yeah, Aubrey Moore is going to be starting at guard in place of Carmen Racky. I think Carmen's going to play a lot tonight. Her defense is going to be really valuable. But for Floyd Central, just to kind of repeat what you said earlier, Mark, Aubrey Moore, Chloe Crace are your guards, along with Jalen Blanton. And then your forwards, Maddie Engel, Reagan Lafferty, as good of a 1-2 punch down low as you're going to find in the 15th region.
Starting lineups for Prestonsburg being announced right now. And as we said, anticipate Amelia Newsom being introduced first. Newsom's a junior. She's down. She's going to have a good challenge in a matchup going up against Lafferty from Floyd Central. Floyd Central in the uniforms, they're in that teal with the black numerals trimmed in white there. And Prestonsburg's in the traditional home uniforms, white-bodied uniforms with the black numerals trimmed in red. Sierra Sloan now being introduced. And here comes Candace Music, the senior. And that will leave Jade Fitzpatrick and Allison Howard, which, as you mentioned, one of the 1-2 punches high-low for Floyd Central. These two seniors from Prestonsburg can hold their own for pretty much everybody across the regional landscape.
Yeah, they get overlooked, and I think a lot of times, you know, right or wrong, good or bad, I think the team's record is going to be a lot of what people look at. And, you know, Prestonsburg, the record may not be great when it comes to the postseason, but I think those two players, Jade and Allison, get overlooked by a lot of people. They are extremely talented, and we've watched him personally just get better and better the last couple of years, and I expect big games for both of them.
Well, we're set, buddy, for the tip-off, and Floyd Central will move for the radio audience. They're going to move from left to right on the radio dial as we're sitting across from the entrance. And Prestonsburg finally breaking away from Brandon Kidd's huddle, and they'll move right to left. And stepping inside the circle will be Maddie Engel, the 5'8" sophomore, going up against Sierra Sloan, the senior. I would anticipate both teams open up in man-to-man the first couple possessions. And thank everyone for chiming in. Teresa Mullins-Lawson is watching, and hope you're doing well, Therese. And we're off and set and ready to go. Another memory night here at the field house. Floyd Central controls it. They get it back out on top to Lafferty. No, that's Moore, coach. Put it up, knocked out of bounds by Engel. Engel battled Howard on the weak side rebound, but will stay right side Floyd Central basketball.
Yeah, I mentioned Lafferty likes that free throw line jumper, and she kind of let it fly a little early, had the two defenders on her, maybe rushed it a little bit, but aggressive shot.
Out on top, they find Moore with it. Double teamed in the near corners. Craze, she gets it baseline to Lafferty. Now Lafferty's double teamed. And the official far away from the other side of the court calls a 3-second play. And so first turnover, first possession, first turnover. And the Lady Jags are going to come with full court pressure. Fitzpatrick races across the sideline. She's closely guarded there by Blanton. Turnover. Now going all the way is Blanton with the easy layup. First possession, first turnover. Floyd Central, the first team to score here with 7:24 in the opening moments. Howard gets it in front court. Josh, tenacity, intensity on the defensive end. Prestonsburg may have to deal with that throughout the half.
Yeah, two head coaches that really love defense.
Here's Fitzpatrick's shot. Hits blocked out of air by Audrey Moore, excuse me. She gives it ahead. Shots put up no good by Moore. Lafferty rebounds it. 12-footer from the far baseline. Knocked out of bounds, and he'll go back to Prestonsburg.
Both of these head coaches really want to force pressure, force turnovers, and get those easy transition shots.
Man-to-man pressure on the guards on the inbounds pass to the press. Music now. Challenged by the sophomore Moore. Gets it over in the front court to Howard. Howard down low to Sloan. Her pass back out is stolen. Turnover Prestonsburg. Now coming along with it is Blanton. Blanton goes inside, pitches it out. 3 and firing. Nice shot there by Audrey Moore. Give Blanton the assist, and Floyd Central's opened up a 5-0 lead.
Great shot by Moore. Another one who can knock down those shots, outside shots, just like Crace.
Brandon Kidd comes up off the bench and tries to get his team settled down. They're having a little issues with this full court pressure by the Lady Jags. Fitzpatrick, hounded by Blanton, pitches it back to Howard. Senior takes Crace inside the circle, right-hand dribble, goes up, running floater, kissed it nice off the glass for Allison's first 2 and Prestonsburg's first 2 of the night. Now here's Prestonsburg applying full court pressure. Blanton throws it over top of it to Moore. Audrey Moore has 5 now to lead Floyd Central. 7-2, 5:55 to go in the opening quarter. Howard crosses over, gets inside the circle, pitches it back to Fitzpatrick. She finds Sloan on the baseline, guarded by Engel. Back out on top to Music. Music hands it off to Howard. Sags inside the paint, gets it off to Sloan. Sloan's shot is deflected by Engel. Now here comes the Lady Jags. Beautiful bounce pass, left-handed layup by Moore, and boy, not a prettier play in basketball than that. And now Coach Brandon Kidd is going to take a 30-second timeout to settle his squad down, and Floyd Central has came out with playing like Prestonsburg owes them money, Josh.
Well, what they've been able to do is get those easy buckets off of turnovers. Jalen Blanton already a couple of steals, 3 assists on 3 made baskets for Floyd Central. Aubrey Moore's got 2. She's 3 of 4 from the field, including the 3-pointer. They've already surpassed their made threes from the other night in that win over Paintsville. But the defensive pressure, they've caused all kinds of problems for Prestonsburg. The Lady Black Cats have 1 made field goal mark and 2 turnovers. More turnovers than made shots, and it's been a frenetic pace so far, playing right into the hands of what Floyd Central wants them to do.
Let me say this. It's the first time I've seen little Jayla Blanton, the freshman, play, and boy, I'm telling you, she just is a ball hawker.
She is what I think Floyd Central has kind of missed at that point guard position the last couple of years, a true point guard.
Here's Music trying to answer out of the Coach Kidd's timeout. Picks her dribble up way back in front court. Gets it to Newsom. Newsom finds Howard near corner. Goes off Newsom's screen. Can't turn the corner. Pitches it back out on top to Music. Music pitches out to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, catch and release 3. Bounced all the way around the rim. Comes off the left side. 2 Prestonsburg defenders. The players battle for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Floyd Central, and they can add to this 7-point lead with 4:50 to go here in the first, Josh.
Nice drive and dish by Music. Fitzpatrick, a good look. Just couldn't get the shot to fall.
Lafferty splits the half-court trap down the middle, stops at the free throw line, pitches it back to Crace. Crace, dump down pass down to Engel. Engel pitched it too hard off the glass. Weak side rebound by Newsom, and she's knocked to the floor by Blanton. And good sportsmanship by the little freshman. Despite a height advantage there, she's going to pick up the personal. Substitution for the first of the night will go to Prestonsburg, and Stevens will replace Sloan. Howard, baseball pass. Intercepted by Lafferty at the timeline. Turnover Prestonsburg. Lafferty, 2 dribble, pulls up, 16-footer. Left it short on the front end of the iron. Rebound by Stevens. Stevens pitches it out and clears it out to Fitzpatrick. Newsom now pitches it back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's second 3 on the quarter, no good, but there's Stevens with an offensive rebound, and she's going to be fouled by Engel. And Maddie will pick up her first. Lakin Stevens will go to the line, just a sophomore, but towards the end of the season, she started having some clutch minutes for Coach Brandon Kidd last season.
Yeah, she really came on strong and kind of provided a little bit of a spark off the bench in that run to the region semifinals for this Prestonsburg team.
Misses the first, second one on the way, hit nothing but the bottom of the net. So Lakin Stevens is the first one to play string music here tonight from the field house.
Still, though, Mark, just 1 of 5 from the field is Prestonsburg, really struggling when they get the ball across half court to find any open looks.
Defensive pressure has been their ally. Addison right now checks in the lineup. She replaced Amelia Newsom, and there's a straight line drive to the bucket. Maddie Engel was fouled on the shot and didn't go, but she'll go to the line for 2.
Kind of did what we talked about in the pregame. She was right there on the baseline. Crace did a nice job of Blanton, of getting into the lane as the free throw is good by Crace. And saw Engel slash into the basket back door and hit her with it.
Whitney Howard's going to replace Music in the lineup. And Engel, a 70% free throw shooter last season, goes 2 of 2. Now she has 2, and she becomes the third player to score for Floyd Central here. First quarter action, they've got 11-3 lead, and they're applying pressure out of their man-to-man, forcing Prestonsburg to many turnovers. And just as I say that, there's another one there going to Allison Howard. 4 on the quarter.
4 turnovers in this first quarter for Prestonsburg. It's only 3 points.
Lady Jags looking impressive. Crace races across the timeline. She gets around right, now retreats her dribble and gives it back around. They quickly swing it around, but the ball's stolen. Great play there by senior Allison Howard. Howard now pulls up off the dribble. 3 on the way, left it short. Fitzpatrick with the rebound, back out to Howard. Straight line drive, her shot's deflected by Crace, and now she regains possession. I'm telling you, Prestonsburg looks like they're playing against 8 players from Floyd Central right now. Stevens takes Engel to the baseline, and if I'm not correct, Coach, that's 2 on Engel.
That's 2 on Engel, and I think it's the length, Mark, of this Floyd Central defense. You've got Lafferty, Moore, and Engel, who are all really, really long with those arms in this man-to-man, causing problems as Sloan knocks down her first free throw. Or Stevens, I'm sorry.
Salmons is going to replace Engel in the Floyd Central lineup. So we'll be interested to see how long Maddie Engel sits with 2. As Stevens goes 2 of 2. She's 3 of 4 now, and she leads the Black Cats with 3 points, and it's 11-5 lead. Here comes Prestonsburg applying full court pressure. Box tight press. Crace goes inside the circle off the dribble. Now she's bumped, and there's going to be contact, and a foul is going to go against Lakin Stevens, which will be her first, team's first.
That's Stevens' second personal foul.
Okay, yeah, I'm 1 foul behind there. Thanks for keeping me on point. Newsom's going to check back in quickly for Stevens. And Engel will trigger the inbounds pass for Floyd Central. Finds Crace, wide open, 3 straight away. Hits the front of the iron, back to the glass, no good. Salmons with the offensive board. Crace is going to try it again. Second one, this time no good both. And now there's going to be a foul on the rebound. And that's going to go against Prestonsburg.
Brooklyn Salmons comes in replacing Engel with her 2 fouls and immediately picks up her first. Next foul on Floyd Central has Prestonsburg shooting free throws.
With 3:06 to play in the quarter. That may be a good thing for the Lady Black Cats right now. Howard working against Crace. Spins away, gets inside the circle, creates a 3 for Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's 3. Hit the back of the iron. Now here comes the Lady Jags. Jags have the numbers. Crace goes all the way to the bucket, lays it up, right-handed layup. Contact, no foul. Now here comes Whitney Howard. Freshman splits the defenders. Now she took steps, and it'll go back to Floyd Central with 2:42 to play. Here, 11-5, Floyd Central lead.
You know, this is the pace and style that Prestonsburg wants to play. They've just not been able to convert a whole lot of their shots offensively, but it's quick. It's been ugly, a lot of turnovers. 30-second timeout called by Floyd Central.
2:42 to go here in the first quarter. Crowd still coming in anticipation of the boys game, but looking at the scoring, 3 players have scored for Floyd Central. They're led by sophomore Audrey Moore. Moore came out and had the first 5 or 7 points for Floyd Central. And Julie Blanton also had a good quarter there. She has 2. And Maddie Engels 2 of 2 from the foul line for a total of 11 points.
Prestonsburg just 1 of 8 from the field shooting. Floyd Central 4 of 12. 3 of those 4 made field goals coming from, as you mentioned, Aubrey Moore, who's had a really nice first quarter.
Great job, Bub. Engel, Crace, Blanton, Salmons, and Lafferty breaks away from the Floyd Central huddle. Prestonsburg counters with Howard, Fitzpatrick, Whitney Howard's sister, and Newsom. Ball deflected by Newsom. Turnover Floyd Central. Good defense there by Newsom for Prestonsburg. Fitzpatrick challenges everyone to the bucket. Left it short. Contact, no foul. Now here comes Engel back out with it. Moore, excuse me. Pass was a little too long, a little too hot for Blanton. Blanton would have been about 8 inches taller. She might have had a chance there, guys.
Yeah, if that was Salmons or Lafferty running on the floor, I think you got a shot. But Blanton's not quite their size.
Howard goes into front court with it. Floyd Central staying with that man-to-man defense, and I like it, Coach, for Mr. Josh. And here's a backdoor cut. Beautiful play. Howard to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick gets the bucket. Howard gets the assist. Speaking of Allison, now they force a backcourt turnover. Now checking in for the first time for Floyd Central, Mahala Garcia, a 5'3" sophomore.
Fitzpatrick missed her first 5 shot attempts before that one got in, and if she gets going a little bit, that's going to go really well, obviously, for this Prestonsburg offense in the half court.
Senior Howard challenging Garcia, the sophomore, right off the dribble. She can't turn the corner, but she puts up a 4th shot, deflected by Garcia. Good defense, picked up by Lafferty. 11-7. Floyd Central has the basketball, trying to add to this 4-point lead. Moore's shot from the far corner, left too hard. Weak side rebound by Howard. Bad angle on the pass. Lafferty steals it. Another turnover. Lafferty has the numbers, goes all the way inside the circle. Now there's going to be a foul. Just not a good angle to throw that entry pass from the top, huh, Josh?
No, and Floyd Central, they've got 5 turnovers as Prestonsburg sends back in Music as well as Candace Allen. And some of those turnovers have been just poor passing angles, whether it's, they're getting into the paint and they're trying to dump it off on the block or trying to kick it back out, but it's just a poor angle, and Prestonsburg's done a really nice job of getting their hands into those passing lanes and getting those turnovers.
Grace will trigger the ball inbounds. 11-7. 90 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Blanton gets it. She finds Moore. Baseline. Inside-out pass from Salmons to Garcia. They find Case back out on the far side. Now they swing it back around. Prestonsburg in a 2-3 extended zone. Grace is going to have a look at it. She shoots, no good. Rebound quickly, and a nice rebound there by Newsom in a crowd. Hands it off to the point guard, Music. Under a minute to play now. Prestonsburg trying to cut into this 4-point lead of Floyd Central. Fitzpatrick fakes left, goes right, puts up a tough, difficult shot, and nice move there by the senior guard for Prestonsburg.
You can see her confidence starting to get a little bit more and more every time down the court.
They draw back within 2 after being down by 7 early. Beautiful hesitation dribble there by Blanton. She was tripped there. Foul's going to go against Amelia Newsom. Newsom will pick up her first. Team's 4th. Both teams have 4 personals here. And Moore will trigger the ball for Floyd Central. Out on top. She finds Crace quickly to Blanton. Blanton back out on top. They swing it around to Garcia. Garcia hits Moore with the open 3 far corner. Pushed it too hard. Long side rebound put up and in by Crace. Right place, right time for Chloe.
Floyd Central just 1 of 6 from downtown, but they've all been really good looks. Chloe's first bucket. See her confidence grow a little bit too.
10 seconds to play. Freshman Candace Allen having difficulty with Garcia hounding her. She gets it to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick goes inside the circle. Shot deflected. And Moore is going to try to get it down, but the Hornets going to go off. And we've had a fast-paced first quarter game, everyone. And Floyd Central will take a 13-9 lead into the half. Come back and join us. You're listening to 58th District Basketball on WFM Sports.
Part of the fabric of our community, that's McDowell Professional Pharmacy. Steve and Alicia Dawson started McDowell Professional Pharmacy back in 1993 with the commitment to serve the folks of Floyd County. McDowell Professional Pharmacy offers a free mobile app for quick refills, a drive-through for that on-the-go prescription, pickup, and free delivery service.
Also television.
And McDowell Professional Pharmacy, they know you by name, not just a refill number. That's McDowell Professional Pharmacy.
Accidents happen when we least expect them, and when they do, you need someone on your side. You need Keith Bartley. Floyd County Attorney Keith Bartley in the law office of Vanover Hall, Bartley & Ward is dedicated in fighting for justice. If you've been injured in a car wreck,
slip and fall or hurt at work, Keith Bartley is on your side. Whether it's personal injury, Social Security claims, or wrongful death, don't face the aftermath alone. Call Floyd County Attorney Keith Bartley at 886-1428 in Prestonsburg.
Live and local, there's only one, WMDJ.
13-9, your score after one quarter of play. Floyd Central on top of homestanding Prestonsburg in girls action, and 6 turnovers for Prestonsburg in that first quarter mark, 5 for the Lady Jags. It's the style and pace that Prestonsburg wants, but a poor field goal shooting in that first quarter has them down 4, but they do get the basketball. But Fitzpatrick's starting to get a little bit going and we'll see what that does here in the quarter number 2.
Floyd Central had the Lady Blackcats down 9-2 early going, but as Josh, you just said, and a good point there, Fitzpatrick and Prestonsburg starting to get a little rhythm against this Floyd Central man-to-man defense. Allison Howard challenges Mullen. Salmon's at the bucket, but Salmon says going to deny that shot, picked up by Garcia. Now they find Crace. Nice little crossover dribble. She finds Salmons underneath the bucket. Salmons gets the bucket. Crace gets the assist. 15-9 now, opening moments of the second quarter. Allen stays in the Pressburg lineup. Freshman finds Sloan inside. She spins off the far block. Rebound by Salmons. Well, Salmons is giving Coach Triplett some good moments here. Down court pass is knocked away, picked up by Allen. Turnover Floyd Central. Howard goes inside the circle, picks up her dribble. Still looking, finds Sloan. Near side they come to Allen, the freshman. Back to Fitzpatrick. Crosses over, pitches out to Music. Prestonsburg looking to cut into this 6-point Lady Jag lead. Crace facing up. Oh, beautiful little crossover by Howard. Creates a dribble, but nice hesitation. Drop down defense by Lafferty to force the turnover. Lady Jags wanting to force the issue. Blanton goes down the third straight away. Her shot's no good. Rebound by Salmons. Now Chloe Croyce with it. Lafferty goes in straight with the bucket. No one denied her, and she just took it right to the bucket. 17-9 now.
Her first points of the first half, and that's a good sign for Floyd Central.
She becomes the 6th player to score for Coach Justin Triplett. Now there's going to be a foul called against Garcia. Garcia will pick up her first. Substitution for both squads. Whitney Howard returns back to the lineup for Prestonsburg. And Sloan and Allen go to the bench. And Lakin Stevens checks back in with her 2 fouls. So it'll be Stevens, Whitney Howard, Music, Fitzpatrick, and sister Allison Howard. 6:12 remaining. They'll try to cut into this 8-point Floyd Central lead. Garcia hounds Fitzpatrick on the handle. Fitzpatrick, floater, pushed too hard. Garcia ahead. She tries to get it down the court, but it's intercepted by hustling Music. Turnover Floyd Central. Now Music dances away from Lafferty. Ahead she gets it up to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick beats her defender at the perimeter, Garcia, but couldn't finish the play. Turnover Prestonsburg, and Josh, they're adding them up.
Well, that was a nice try by Fitzpatrick. Just lost a handle on it as she got into the paint. Nice idea, couldn't quite execute it. 8th turnover now for Prestonsburg.
Garcia challenges Whitney Howard off the press. Tried to get it down low to Salmons. Ball was knocked out of bounds. Substitution coming in for Prestonsburg. Freshman Paisley Sloan will substitute for Fitzpatrick and give Jade a good time of break. 5:38 remaining here in the half. Floyd Central hanging on. They've led since the beginning. Beautiful inbounds pass to Lafferty. Lafferty left it too hard from 8 foot. No good. Moore runs down the rebound to Garcia. Garcia finds Racky, and Racky missed it. Howard gets inside, puts up the tough runner, no good. Weak side rebound, and now there's going to be a jump ball as freshman Whitney Howard and Audrey Moore fight for it, and the arrow will go back to Floyd Central.
You know, Howard is really starting to get frustrated, and she's kind of letting that frustration show a little bit. 1 of 6 from the floor, and she just hasn't quite been able to get that offense going when she gets the ball inside.
And, you know, there's not much ball movement. You know, it's either her or Fitzpatrick just taking it with not much passing. That may be by design. 17-9, another turnover by Floyd Central, and it'll go back to the Lady Blackcats, and they'll have to bring it to full court against this harassing Lady Jag man-to-man full court pressure. Sloan gets it. She's hounded by Garcia, and now they're going to call a foul on Garcia. That'll be her second. Bo Scott, hi. Hope you enjoyed the snow day, buddy.
Watching the game, or George Isaac is watching the game from St. Louis.
Oh, the legend. The legend. Substitutions coming in for both squads. Lafferty, Moore, Blanton, Crace, and Racky on the floor for Floyd Central. Here's Music racing across the sideline. Went up off the far block, drew contact, and she'll go to the line for two. 17-9, 4:56 left in the half.
Foul is going to be on Aubrey Moore, Floyd Central's third team foul in this second quarter, and didn't quite get to the bonus for Prestonsburg as the free throw was no good in that first quarter, but the foul's kind of starting to pile up a little bit for the Lady Jags.
If this game gets close, that could come back and be a deciding factor. Music misses both from the charity stripe. Quickly rebound going ahead. Here comes Racky with the short baseline jumper. Left it short. Battle for her own rebound. Last touched by Racky, and here to go back to Prestonsburg. They'll try to cut into this 9-17 lead by Floyd Central. Staying in that full court pressure, and Prestonsburg's had a time with it. Sloan gets it across the timeline, picks her dribble up, finds Music far side. Now here's Whitney Howard putting it up off the dribble. Her shot was deflected. Ball goes to the floor. Alternate possession. We'll keep it left side of the radio dial.
Now we played 3.5 minutes in the second quarter, and the Lady Blackcats have yet to make a field goal in this second period. Tough shooting night, really for both teams, but more so for Prestonsburg.
Music, catch and release three, way off the mark. Sloan with the weak side rebound. Her putback's too hard. There's Steven with the rebound. She can't get it to go. Now long rebound by Crace. Crace being challenged by Howard at the timeline, and she's going to draw contact, and Allison Howard's going to pick up the personal. Got to be her first. Crace is going to bring it across the timeline into front court. Working against a Prestonsburg, looks like a 2-3 zone. Lafferty gets it at the free throw line. Strong straight line dribble to the bucket. Couldn't convert. Rebound by Howard. Clears it out to her sister Allison. Now here comes the Lady Blackcats. Moving right to left on the radio dial. Howard pitches it back, and now there's going to be a foul as they're going to get Racky with a little bit too much body.
Yeah, now you see Jay Fitzpatrick come back into the game trying to find some kind of spark as Brandon Kidd, especially in the offensive end. The defense has been great. They forced Floyd Central into 9 turnovers, just have not been able to get those shots to fall.
Howard gets it from Fitzpatrick, pitches it back to Jade. Jade catch and release, measured up a 3, pushed it too hard. Weak side rebound by Blanton. Blanton's going to speed dribble, beats everyone to the bucket. At the bucket, she was challenged by Fitzpatrick, but boy, Blanton went from 0 to 60 quickly.
Yeah, she got that rebound, and she got down floor as fast as you're going to see anybody. And I think she got bailed out by the foul because that was kind of a wild shot. She didn't was not able to kind of get herself under control as she got to the basket, but nonetheless drew the contact and is at the line for a couple of free throws.
This is the first. We've been stuck on 17-9 for a while. Substitutions coming in. Wright and Newsom will replace Stevens and Allison Howard for Coach Brandon Kidd. Blanton, freshman, trying to add to this 8-point lead. Pushed it too hard. Fight for the rebound. Paisley Howard comes out of there with it. Ahead, she gives it to Jay Fitzpatrick. Great catch. She goes up, challenged by Blanton at the block. Left it short, but there's Addison Wright with the putback. She becomes the third person to score for Prestonsburg, and now Coach Justin Tripley with 3:26 wants to play. And boy, Addison Wright breaks the scoring drought by Prestonsburg, Josh.
Yeah, they really needed that. Like I said, the defense has been there. They forced 9 turnovers. They're actually now winning the turnover battle is Prestonsburg, but they've just not been able to get those shots to fall. That was their first made field goal of this second quarter. They've not got the outside shot to fall. They've kind of forced a couple of three-point attempts. The inside game, every shot they've had inside the arc has been contested, except for maybe 2 or 3 that Fitzpatrick's been able to get to the rim and convert. But they really needed that shot as maybe kind of a boost, if nothing else, to kind of close out this half with 3:26 to play now, down by 6. But they really needed something to go through the net.
Yeah, it seems like neither team offensively has found the rhythm. You know, you can attest and look at that one or two ways, but Prestonsburg's pretty much been beaten on transition. And then when they do set up, they're setting up in a 2-3 zone at the half, and Floyd Central is staying with that full court pressure, and then they're just harassing once they get the ball into front court. So 3:26 to go, and both teams, it's been a 4-2 scoring output here in the second quarter in favor of Floyd Central. Crace, Lafferty, Moore, Blanton, and Racky break away from Coach Justin Triplett, and Coach Kidd's going to send out Paisley Sloan, Wright, Allison Howard, Fitzpatrick, and Newsom. And they're going to be in a box-type press full length of the floor. Lafferty gets it back from Crace. Crace goes across the timeline. Now Prestonsburg going to retreat to a 2-3 zone. Crace lost a handle, picked up by Fitzpatrick, turnover Floyd Central. Fitzpatrick now forcing the issue. Now she's going to retreat her dribble. Tries to find Newsom underneath. Ball's knocked down by Lafferty, but Fitzpatrick picks it back up. Now her pass is stolen by Moore. Now here comes Floyd Central with it. Crace, beautiful drive around right, lays it up and good. Nice move there by senior Chloe Crace for her 4th point of the evening. Pushes the lead back out to 8. Sloan, dribble handoff. Whitney Howard puts up a 4th shot. They're going to say she was fouled in the act of shooting. 2:38 to play here in the half. 19-11, and freshman Whitney Howard will go to the line, and she's worked hard on her free throws, and we'll see how she turns out on these two, Josh.
Yeah, and Floyd Central's been able to kind of withstand this with Maddie Engel on the bench. They've not really lost any ground with her on the bench for an extended period of time with those 2 fouls as Stevens or Howard makes the first free throw to cut it back down to 7, but that's a really good sign, I think, if you're Coach Triplett and the Lady Jags.
I think Racky and Moore and Garcia are saying, hey, Maddie, we know you're Maddie, but we want some of that playing time. Howard goes 1 of 2, cuts the lead into 7. She becomes the 5th player to score for Prestonsburg here in the half. Garcia, far side. Crace finds Lafferty. She's covered up inside the paint. Garcia dribbles left. Pitches it back out to Lafferty. Lafferty goes up. Tough shot. No good. Sloan with the rebound for Prestonsburg. Ahead she gives it off to Fitzpatrick. Quickly to Howard. Howard drives all the way to the bucket. Nice move there by the freshman. Got space with the left-hand dribble and laid it up with the right hand. Floyd Central trying to quickly answer. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch. Turnover Floyd Central. Moore's pass a little too hot for Blanton to catch.
They've had a couple of those.
Prestonsburg now under 2 minutes to go in the half. Fitzpatrick off the dribble, jumper near corner, no good. Weak side rebound by Howard, but they say she was pushing Crace underneath the bucket. So Whitney Howard will pick up her second. Prestonsburg had a chance to cut into that 5-point lead, but good offside rebound there for Crace for Floyd Central. Lafferty still in backcourt. Finds Garcia, far sideline. She comes near side to us. Quickly Blanton to Moore. 3 on the way is good. Give Moore the 3. Give Blanton the assist. But that was some good ball movement there for Floyd Central to beat the press. Here's Newsom driving baseline. Allison Howard, who's checked back in, replaced Sister Whitney. 22-14, 90 seconds remaining here in the half. Fitzpatrick, near side to Sloan. Baseline, they find Junior Newsom. And Amelia's shot no good, but there's Addie with the putback. She can't get it to go. Ball is knocked out of bounds from the far block, and it'll stay left side of the radio dial Prestonsburg basketball, and Wright will trigger the inbounds pass.
Nothing coming easy when Prestonsburg is able to get set in the half court against this length of Floyd Central.
Howard picks up her dribble after one, gets it to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick challenges Garcia. Nice defense there by Garcia of Floyd Central. A little 5'3" sophomore playing tough against the senior guard. Blanton quickly to Lafferty. Lafferty's going to have an open three, and that may be the reason why. Nothing but air. Now here comes Prestonsburg with it. Fitzpatrick can't turn the corner against Garcia. Her pass inside, deflected, picked up by Newsom. Here's Abby Wright. Catch and release, 18-footer, no good. Rebound by Crace. Down court, she finds a splinting Blanton and beautiful pass. Nice assist by Chloe Crace, and Blanton just outran everyone to the bucket. The kid is quicker than quick. 24-14, they've opened up a double-digit lead here under a minute to play. Quickly, Howard trying to answer for Prestonsburg. Her shot's no good, and now there's going to be a foul on the rebound, and Amelia Newsom will pick up the personal. Coach, that was
well, that pass was just a couple inches lower than the one that she missed a little while ago and was able to get that one. And unlike earlier, just great body control to get herself composed as she got to the rim.
Garcia fakes right, goes up, mid-range jumper, deflected, picked up by Wright for Prestonsburg. 9 seconds to play. Allison, straight line dribble to the bucket, pushes it up and good off the glass. Prestonsburg's cut the lead down to 8. Blanton's now going to try to beat the buzzer. It does, and they're going to say it was no good. And we've completed the first half action of play, everyone, and Floyd Central will take a 24-16 lead into the locker room. We'll take the timeout for a 3-minute break, and we return. We'll have the stats and comments. You're listening to 58 District Basketball on WMDJ FM Sports.
Robinson Septic Service in Martin offers full service for installing septic systems, including repairing broken lines, unclog and clear lines, pump tanks, jetter, and camera service. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency service. Call Stevie at 375-2003.
I'm Mecca Hall Castle, and Floyd County has always been home. I grew up in Les Beaver, and for 13 years, I've proudly served as your assistant county attorney. Now I'm ready to use my experience to step up and serve as your next county attorney. I would like to wish the best of luck to all Floyd County schools this season.
Vote for my mommy, Mecca Hall Castle, for Floyd County attorney.
Paid for by the candidates.
Hey, it's Kristen, and at Appalachian Wireless, we love Christmas because we give the gift of savings and connections. Are you not sure what to give? Well, give them something that helps them stay connected and capture those moments that matter the most. Family is where you're valued and appreciated. And this Christmas at Appalachian Wireless, we value you. So come home, check the halls, and get connected with Appalachian Wireless. Visit us today in one of our many retail locations or find out more about the Tech the Halls promotion at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Joanna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family.
As the weather turns colder and the nights grow longer, let Secure All Security Systems make home the coziest place to be. With the installation of a smart home security system, you can enjoy a warm welcome every evening as your lights turn on automatically. Greet guests through your phone with a doorbell camera and unlock your door remotely with secure smart locks. Relax fireside with your complete peace of mind as your connected smoke and carbon monoxide detectors are on watch for you 24/7. This season, stay safe, warm, and cozy with Secure All. Call their office today to receive a free consultation with personalized recommendations for your security needs. They provide residential and commercial solutions, including smart security, camera surveillance, access control, and fire alarm systems. Call today, 606-506-0371. That's 606-506-0371. And Secure All with Secure All.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. That behind every athlete, there's a team, but it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
We're at the half of the girls' first game of a big Friday 58th District doubleheader here at the Fieldhouse in Prestonsburg, and the girls took action. And let me tell you, Floyd Central came out of the gates quickly. They had the Lady Black Cats down by 9-2 midway through the first quarter, but Prestonsburg was able to cut a little bit into that lead. The game at the end of the one quarter of play, Floyd Central took a 13-9 lead into the second quarter, and things kind of got sluggish there. Neither team could really get into a rhythm, but there towards the end of the second quarter, Floyd Central was able to establish a 10-point lead late in the quarter, and Prestonsburg closed out the half with a field goal, and that's where we're at right now, 24-16. And Josh, stat-wise, you need a pen?
No.
You've got the rainbow over there.
I'm good. Listen, Whitley's giving me looks. Her mom gave me a hard time at Martin County. I'm not going to call her out specifically, but you know who you are, Jamie. But listen, I've got a rainbow assortment of pens, and there's a method to it. Okay, I've working with our good friend Tanner Hesterberg over the years, and Jim Frazier. I've learned to have an assortment of colors for various purposes. But statistic-wise, it's not pretty. If you want efficient basketball and you want some high percentages, we want you to keep watching, but you're better off going somewhere else if you want those good shooting numbers.
For Prestonsburg for scoring, Coach Brandon Kidd played 9 players in the half. 5 of those scored, and they were led in scoring by senior guard Allison Howard. She had 6 points, but let me tell you, everyone, those 6 points came on a hard construction-type work ethic to get around the defense of this Floyd Central squad.
Yeah, it took her a while to get going, but she's going to have a big second half for this Prestonsburg team to kind of be in it in the fourth quarter.
Her counterpart, senior guard Jade Fitzpatrick, had 4 points. And chipping in off the bench was Lakin Stevens. Stevens came in and had 3 points. She was 3 for 4 from the quarter, but picked up 2 quick fouls. So she didn't see a lot of action in the second quarter. She finishes with 3 for the half. And also scoring for Prestonsburg was Addison Wright with 2 points and 1 point by Whitney Howard. Candace Muthich, senior guard, and also Sierra Sloan, Candace Allen, and Paisley Sloan played but did not score.
You mentioned Howard and Fitzpatrick. They had 4 of Prestonsburg's 6 made field goals, just 6 in the first half. They combined 4 of 20. Overall, as a team, 6 of 31, 0 of 9 from downtown. You've got to tighten that up and convert better at the other end if you want to get into this 8-point lead and surpass the Lady Jags in the second half.
Both squads are still in the locker room. Floyd Central is just now returning to the court. We're right under the 4-minute mark in the half. But Coach Justin Triplett, he elected to play 8 players throughout the first half, and we had 5 of those players to score, and they were led by sophomore guard Aubrey Moore. And let me tell you, she can knock it out if she's open, and she's been the beneficiary of good little passes that people are finding them off the dribble.
Absolutely. She can knock down the outside shot, but they've needed her to step up. They've needed someone to step up because Maddie Engel had 1 shot attempt because of foul trouble. Reagan Lafferty just 1 of 8 from the floor in the first half. And so they've needed someone else to step up, and so far it's been Aubrey Moore.
And, Josh, if you're Coach Triplett, I mean, you come out and you're up by 10, second game of the season, and you've had to rely on Blanton, Rack, and Garcia, and your star players hasn't scored yet, you got to feel good.
Yeah, I think you should feel good. If you in a game like this early, your 2 sophomore studs have struggled. You probably don't like your chances, but Moore's picked up the slack. Blanton's played really well, and Crace has played really well too. Got a slow start, but she's gotten things going a little bit.
Boy, Chloe Crace and Blanton, and also Rackin. I'm impressed with Garcia. They created a lot of space, open space on the offensive end, and they were harassing the ball like a couple of ball hawks. But Jalen Blanton, the freshman, she finished with 4 in the half. Senior Chloe Case had 4. Reagan Lafferty, the junior, came in tonight, with 17 points off the win earlier in the week. She has 2, and Brooklyn Salmons has 2, but Brooklyn has definitely patrolled the inside the lane because she's blocked a couple of shots and she's deflected down a couple of passes once Prestonsburg did get in the lane.
Yeah, Salmons and Rankin Garcia, they haven't scored much. Salmons does have the couple of points, but you've not lost a lot when they've had to play, and that's kind of the big thing is, you've not increased the lead any, but you also haven't lost the lead with those 3 in the game, especially defensively. They've done really well. You mentioned Garcia and her quickness, Racky the same way. They've not done anything to help push you forward, but they've not also held you back either, and I think that's a positive sign.
Engel went to the bench late in the fourth quarter, and Floyd Central was leading 9-2, and since then they are holding on to an 8-point lead here at the half. Prestonsburg now has returned to the court. We'll send it back to the station for a 1-minute break. When we return, more 58th District girls basketball. You're listening to it on WMDJ FM Sports.
Part of the fabric of our community, that's McDowell Professional Pharmacy. Steve and Alicia Dawson started McDowell Professional Pharmacy back in 1993 with the commitment to serve the folks of Floyd County. McDowell Professional Pharmacy offers a free mobile app for quick refills, a drive-through for that on-the-go prescription, pickup, and free delivery service. At McDowell Professional Pharmacy, they know you by name, not just a refill number. That's McDowell Professional Pharmacy.
Your Sims Furniture family wishes you and your family Merry Christmas. Right now, take advantage of year-end discounts during the Christmas event at Sims Furniture in Prestonsburg. Discounts on the furniture you need in your home for the holidays. And it can be in your home for the holidays. There's no waiting weeks or months to get furniture to your home. If you see it at Sims Furniture, you can take it home today or schedule an in-home delivery. Right now, choose a special gift with each purchase or take a discount. And Santa and Mrs. Claus are coming to Sims Furniture. Santa and Mrs. Claus will arrive on a fire truck at 2:30 p.m. on Saturday, December 13th. They'll be there from 2:30 until 4, but come 15 minutes early to see their arrival. Bring the kids to see Santa and Mrs. Claus and take advantage of year-end discounts. Merry Christmas from your Sims Furniture family. Sims Furniture, Highlands Plaza, Prestonsburg.
Robinson Septic Service in Martin offers full service for installing septic systems, including repairing broken lines, unclog and clear lines, pump tanks, jetter, and camera service. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency service. Call Stevie at 375-2003.
Accidents happen when we least expect them, and when they do, you need someone on your side. You need Keith Bartley. Floyd County Attorney Keith Bartley in the law office of Vanover Hall, Bartley & Ward is dedicated in fighting for justice. If you've been injured in a car wreck, slip and fall, or hurt at work, Keith Bartley is on your side. Whether it's personal injury, Social Security claims, or wrongful death, don't face the aftermath alone. Call Floyd County Attorney Keith Bartley at 886-1428 in Prestonsburg.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Back at the field house, we're in live action here, and let me tell you, the first 2 possessions for both teams, you can tell were well coached. Prestonsburg Music hit a nice 3 from downtown near side. Prestonsburg's working left to right on the radio dial here in the second half. And then on the very next possession, Lafferty just rifled a pass down to Engel. Prestonsburg working. Howard goes inside the circle, gets near the block. Shots missed. She rebounds her own shot. Tapped up once, tapped up twice. Engel with the rebound, and here goes the Lady Jags. Engel tries to catch Lafferty and deflected, and Lafferty kind of tried to catch it off the deflection. Turnover, and hit a go back to Prestonsburg.
Yeah, I like the idea, and we've seen it several times, but it's the player's too far into the basket. There's not a big window to get that pass in, and several of Floyd Central's turnovers have been just like that.
26-19, Prestonsburg working against this man-to-man full court pressure. Fitzpatrick now going across the timeline against the freshman Blanton. That's been a good matchup so far. Music gets it off the handoff. Newsom now being hounded by Lafferty. Amelia Droz lost a handle of it. Turnover Prestonsburg. Engel picks it up. Ahead she goes to Moore. Moore dribbles, pulls up. 16-footer on the way. In and out. Rebound by Newsom. She goes to the floor. Clears it out to Music. Nice play there by junior Amelia Newsom. Prestonsburg now has a chance to cut into this 7-point lead. Third possession of the half for Prestonsburg. Doing what we call the old Allen Iverson cut, Josh McKinney.
My favorite NBA player of all time.
Me too, bud. Fitzpatrick's shot no good. Engel with another rebound. Hands it off to Blanton. Blanton's pass intercepted by Sloan. Fitzpatrick wanted to push the issue ahead. She goes to Music. Music's challenge inside the circle against Engel. And Engel knocked it out of bounds. And, Josh, I was interested to see, most of the time players like that, and Engel showing a lot of maturity. Once they have 2 fouls, they're not patient. And they come in right off the bat, they make 2 or 3 fouls. And she's kind of been very disciplined on the defensive end the last 2 possessions.
Yeah, she is has a really high basketball IQ to be just a sophomore. She's played a lot, but you're right, she's really mature to be just a sophomore.
Coach Brandon Kidd doesn't like what he was seeing out of the design play, so he's going to take a 30-second timeout. 5:35 to go, and a good crowd across from us, a good representation from Floyd Central. And here sitting down in front of us, the same as from the Prestonsburg crowd, as anticipating a boys matchup, which Floyd Central's, both of them are going to try to avenge their first season opening losses. Floyd Central lost that gritty loss to Martin County, and Prestonsburg went to Oneida Baptist and was beaten 84-62.
Yeah, both teams getting on the bus and traveling quite a ways from home to open up the season. But what a way to get your first win against the county district rival on a Friday night.
You get me laughing, man. I love the enthusiasm.
I do that for a lot of people.
I love it.
For better or worse.
Hazard coming out of the Prestonsburg 30-second timeout. Pitches it back out on top to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick tries to spin away from Blanton, puts up a nice left-hand bank shot. Jade now has 6, and Prestonsburg's cut the lead back down to 5. The closest they've been. Craze. One dribble jumper, straight away, no good. Sloan with the rebound, and now there's going to be a foul on the rebound, and Lafferty's going to be called. And Reagan will pick up. That'll be her first. And now Floyd Central is going to retreat the first time they've taken off the full court pressure. Craze, Moore, Blanton, Engel, and Lafferty for Floyd Central. Howard, Fitzpatrick, Music, and Sloan for Prestonsburg, working against a half-court man-to-man defense. Now here's a pass stolen by Crace off Music's pass. Crace challenges Music, sidesteps, throws it up, and how she got that in to go, she'll say it was English, Coach.
I've got to laugh because that's a shot you attempted horse in the gym with your buddies. What a crazy shot.
And I love her demeanor. She came down the floor like what?
I meant to do that.
That's right. Leeds pushed back out to 7. Howard's lazy pass is picked off by Moore. Moore gives it head to Crace. Crace beats Music to the bucket. And now Floyd Central's on a little 4-0 scoring run, and Coach Brandon Kidd is going to call a full timeout. We'll keep it here.
And that's, Prestonsburg with just 2 timeouts remaining at the 4:17 mark of the third quarter. And that may come into play later in the game. He doesn't like what he sees. Leads up to 9 points. And, again, Floyd Central backing off the press a little bit, but getting after it as soon as the ball crosses half court. They've turned those turnovers into easy buckets. They forced 3 turnovers in the quarter already. And Chloe Crace, I would say 4 easy points. We'll give her 2 easy points and then a wild trick shot for the other 2. But to see her get going after the slow start has really kind of jump-started this offense a little bit. Kind of waiting for Lafferty and Engel to get themselves going, but listen, the way things are going now, they may not need them to.
She's going to see that good camera work by Whitney when she gets home, and she's going to say, Whitney, why were they saying it was a horse shot? I do that all the time.
She may do it all the time. I don't know if Triplet wants her to do it all the time in a district game. It's maybe not the time to try that stuff.
Steve Sloan is taking some medication, evidently, because he's saying we're sounding good. I'm telling you, that medication works different ways, doesn't it?
Oh, man. Modern medicine.
Crace, Moore, Engel, Lafferty, and Blanton break away from the Floyd Central huddle. Fitzpatrick, Newsom, Music, Howard, and Sloan, the original starting 5, breaks away from Coach Brandon Kidd. And they're going to try to stop this little 4-0 scoring spurt that Floyd Central, has pushed the lead back to 9. They've led by as many as 10.
That's $1 in the jar.
$1 in the jar. I've got a few of them. Music gives it to Sloan. Near side, she comes back to Fitzpatrick. A little flex action now used by Coach Brandon Kidd. Cross-court pass by Newsom is picked off by Crace. Crace challenges Howard at the bucket, and Crace lays it up and good, and the senior guard starting to come alive. She just finished the bucket, and she's going to go to the line to try to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And Crace now is the first player to be in double figures with her 10, and she's got 6 in this quarter.
And that's really a part of her game that's really developed over the last couple of years. She kind of was known as a shooting specialist for the longest time, and really last year started to develop that driving game where she gets the ball to the rim and able to convert and finish on the fast break and draw the contact to get this lead out to double digits.
69% on the strike from last season, but we're going to say violation on Engel inside the lane.
And I don't see too many violations anymore.
No?
We see them. We don't. It's not called a lot, I should say.
Yep. So one take away the free throw attempt for Crace. Now Prestonsburg having trouble with this stingy man-to-man defense of Coach Justin Triplett's squad. Now there's going to be a shot by Howard on the far baseline. And they're going to get Engel.
Moore.
No, they're going to get Moore because Engel and Moore were right there, and Engel kind of turned around and quickly tried to get away from the action.
They look almost identical. You know, I guess Moore's got the black undershirt, but those two could pass as sisters or twins.
Speaking of sisters, Sister Allison hits the first of 2 for her 7th point. 3:33 to play here in the third. Second one up, hit nothing but the bottom of the net and a little string music. Now Fitzpatrick deflects the inbounds pass out of bounds, and it goes right in front of the Prestonsburg bench. Allison now with 8. Prestonsburg back within 9. Boy, I like this little Blanton kid, Josh. Well-rounded game.
Yeah, she's not done a lot in terms of point production, but she's made a lot of things happen.
Here's Engel getting it down low to, no, that's Moore getting it down low to Engel. Contact.
Foul on Addison Wright, her first. Team's second of the third quarter.
And Moore will trigger the ball inbounds. She gets it into Lafferty. Lafferty's covered up. Ball goes to the floor. Fitzpatrick hustles. Now it's cleared out by Crace. Lafferty picks it back up. She's challenged. Stevens knocks it away. Turnover Floyd Central. Howard now comes in the front court. Tries to pitch it underneath to Stevens. Kicked out of bounds by Crace. 32-23. Wright looking to get it in. Still trying to find someone. She finally finds Howard. 3 minutes to play here in the third. Howard forced to pick her dribble up. Nope, they said it was deflected. She picked it up and dribbled again, and now she's going to challenge Lafferty at the bucket. Off the far block.
Thought they might get a walk for a second. Lafferty standing straight up, but got her a little bit too much down low with the body, and it's going to send Allison Howard to the line for 2. Lafferty's second foul, Floyd Central's third here in the quarter.
Allison with 8, trying to cut into this 9-point lead. And Francis Johnson, I see you. Thanks for checking in. I know Francie's got a few memories here in the field house.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Substitution coming in. Sister Whitney Howard is going to replace music for the Prestonsburg lineup. Allison, 2 for 2 on the night, cuts the lead down to 7. Prestonsburg applying box-type pressure. Floyd Central throws it over. Now here's Crace, near side 3, no good. Blanton with the rebound, smallest player on the floor. Now they said she double dribbled, turnover Floyd Central, and it'll go back to the Lady Black Cats, and they got a little mojo going right now, Josh, with 2:41 to go in the third.
I said it in the first half. This is the style that they want this game to be. It's sloppy. It's a defensive struggle for both teams. And it's chaotic and frenetic, but they've just not been able to get enough buckets to kind of get themselves a little bit closer.
Howard measures up a 3 from the far corner. Weak side rebound by Blanton. Races across the timeline. Finds Engel. Engel's going to challenge Stevens inside the bucket off the dribble. And there's Maddie Engel's second field goal of the quarter. 34-25. Prestonsburg trying to cut into that 9-point lead, but the headiness of this offense of Floyd Central. Whitney Howard, two freshmen working against each other. Hands it off to Wright. Weaves it out to Howard. Allison off the dribble. Nice shot there by the senior Allison Howard. She has 12, and now there's going to be a timeout on the floor. 1:50 to go. 34-27. Floyd Central's led. They jumped out to a 9-2 lead in the first and haven't looked back. But Prestonsburg's hanging around, Josh.
If they could get one of those outside shots to fall for Prestonsburg, you'd think it just kind of changed the mindset and confidence of this team.
Paisley Sloan, the freshman, has checked in for Fitzpatrick.
Lady Black Cats 1 of 11 from downtown. They've got some good looks, but if just one goes in, you just what that would do to the confidence offensively.
Garcia gives Crace a well-deserved break. She joins Blanton, Engel, Moore, and Lafferty on the floor for Floyd Central. Skip pass over. Here's Moore's three, uncontested, and bang, bang. Aubrey Moore with a crucial big three-pointer, and it couldn't have happened at a better time for Floyd Central. 10-point, the lead's built back up to 10 with 1:18 to play. Stevens gets it from Howard. She goes up in the crowd, pushes it too hard, rebound by Lafferty. Ahead to Engel. Engel goes inside, challenges Howard at the bucket. She missed a shot but fought for her own rebound, and she was fouled by sister Allison Howard. So sophomore Maddie Engel will go to the line to shoot two with 1:04 to play and add to this 10-point, 37-27 lead. And, boy, what a game she had the other night, Josh McKinney.
Oh, a fantastic game. 28 points, 16 rebounds. A slow start tonight, but causes Howard to go to the bench with 3 fouls, and she loves that mid-range, does Engel. Whether it's the backdoor baseline or right there at the free throw line, the floater in the paint, misses the second free throw.
70% free throw shooter last season. Sloan gets it down court to the freshman Allen, who's checked in. She goes in, over-the-shoulder shot inside the circle. Candace Allen gets her first 2 points. Under 60 seconds to play. Moore, transition three on the way, left it short. Long rebounds controlled by Lafferty. Lafferty goes up over Wright. Her shot's left short. Lafferty runs it down. Good hustle play. She's going to try it again. 18-footer. Hit went 14. And now there's going to be a rebound by Engel, and Engel just went back and just muscled it over Wright. And Maddie Engel will go to the line to try to complete the play the three-point way, the old-fashioned way.
Well, she has really come strong in this third quarter, has Engel, doing it in a variety of ways to get this lead back around the 10-point mark.
She does so by completing the three-point play, and now Floyd Central has opened up the largest lead of the night, 41-29. Under 30 to play. Allen pulls up a deep three. It's no good, and the ball is going to go back to Floyd Central. And with 19 seconds to go, they'll bring it the full length of the floor, moving right to left on the radio dial. Prestonsburg electing to come back with that box press. Allen deflects it, picks up, turnover Floyd Central. Allen goes inside the lane, forces up a shot, no good. Lafferty with the rebound. Now she clears it out to Engel. 6 seconds to play. Floyd Central may have a good shot at it here. Gives it back to Engel from Garcia, and with 0.9 seconds to play, a beautiful give-and-go play. Engel threw it down court to Garcia, far deep baseline. She did not quit on the play. She ran it and sprinted to the bucket, and Garcia rewarded her with the hustle play, and she'll go back to the line for the third time tonight.
A great heads-up play by Garcia on the fast break. A gorgeous display of transition basketball.
That's the way we'll end it on that play, and Floyd Central's opened up a 43-29 lead to go into the fourth and final quarter of play. Come back and join us from the field house. It's girls 58 district basketball action on WMDJ FM Sports.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy from Appalachian Wireless. Are you ready to give the gift of connection this Christmas? The kind that keeps you close no matter the distance? Well, at Appalachian Wireless, it's time to check the halls, and we're slaying some amazing deals. Do you want a phone, tablet, and a smartwatch? Well, who doesn't? The good news is we've got a promotion just for that. So what are you waiting for? These incredible deals are only as good as supplies last. So visit us in one of our many retail or authorized dealer locations, or visit us on the web at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
I'm Mecca Hall Castle, and Floyd County has always been home. I grew up in Left Beaver, and for 13 years, I've proudly served as your assistant county attorney. Now I'm ready to use my experience to step up and serve as your next county attorney. I would like to wish the best of luck to all Floyd County schools this season.
Vote for my mommy, Mecca Hall Castle, for Floyd County Attorney.
Paid for by the candidates.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
A big third quarter for Floyd Central sophomore Maddie Engel has helped the Lady Jags increase their lead to 14 points, 43-29. And a big third quarter mark has ballooned this Lady Jag lead. And Prestonsburg's been able to hang around, but Lady Black Cats 10 of 43 from the field. They've got to find a way to get those shots to fall, but the Lady Jaguar defense has not made anything easy offensively for Prestonsburg so far tonight.
It was kind of pretty much a pretty even game, and then all of a sudden the late part of it, Floyd Central only had 3 players to score in the quarter, but Chloe Case and Maddie Engel lit up the scoreboard in that big 3 at a timely possession there by Audrey Moore. Floyd Central's first possession, they're moving right to left on the radio dial. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Allison Howard. And you've got to start to be a little bit more aggressive if you're Prestonsburg.
Yeah, with only 2 timeouts remaining, 2 for the Lady Black Cats. They'll try to find a way to get some shots to fall. It's not been a good offensive night for them. But a lot of credit to that Floyd Central defense, too.
Lafferty splits the defenders. He's challenged by Newsom. 8-footers put up, too hard off the iron. Rebound by Music. Music comes near sideline. She finds Sloan with it. Sloan one dribble. Now she tries to get it to Newsom. Ball's deflected, picked back up. Now she finds Fitzpatrick across the lane. Her shot's no good. And here's Engel with it. Engel comes out running. Sprint dribble. Gives it off to Moore. Moore fakes right, goes left. Left it short at the bucket. Nice move, just couldn't complete the play. 29-43. Floyd Central in the lead. Prestonsburg Fitzpatrick trying to answer for the Lady Black Cats, and tough shot for Jade. Jade now has 8 in the contest. 43-31. Fitz Case gives it off to Engel. Straight line drive from far baseline. Shot no good, but there's Blanton with the weak side rebound. Smallest player on the floor, and she just wanted a little bit more.
Sierra Sloan's first foul of this fourth quarter, first foul of the game. And you're right, rebounding is more about effort than it is size, and she's just found herself in good position more often than not tonight.
She hits the first of 2, makes her 5 for the contest. Second one on the way. Left it short. Battles for the rebound against Music. Music controls it for Prestonsburg. Allison now looks for Coach Brandon Kidd for instructions. Gets inside the lane off the dribble. No good. Here comes Engel with it. 6:35 to play in the final quarter. Lafferty turnaround jumper, 16-footer on the way. Hugs the rim, drops. Now Lafferty with her own rebound. She goes up off the far block. She can't get it to go. Newsom for the rebound for Prestonsburg. Nice defense there by the Prestonsburg junior. 44-31. Howard's pass down court is intercepted by Engel. Engel has the ball knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay Floyd Central basketball, and they'll bring it 3/4 the length of the floor, moving right to left.
If you had said Reagan Lafferty would be 1 of 13 shooting early in the fourth quarter, I don't think many people would think that Floyd Central would have a 13-point lead.
I totally agree with you, partner. Lafferty gets it from Moore. High-low pass down low to Engel. Nice play there. Engel with the bucket. Lafferty with the assist.
Listen, if the shot ain't falling, she'll dish it off for an assist anytime.
Head-up play there for Floyd Central. Howard. Pass is knocked in back court. Blanton outruns Music to it. Now she's going to run her all the way to the bucket, and Music takes a hard foul on Blanton, and the freshman will go to the bucket, and Music kind of walked over to her and said, hey, I had to do that because you're not going to shoot that easy when they had a nice little grainy conversation coming back from the baseline, Josh.
You can get an unintentional intentional foul. That's what that was, is the first free throw's no good. You got to go after the ball, but you can do it aggressively and make them earn it the old-fashioned way.
And, as an offensive player, you got to realize that. I mean,
you got to expect it sometimes.
Yes. If they don't foul you, you don't need to be playing them. Blanton goes 0 of 2. That's about the only thing the freshman's not done bad. Now here's another freshman, Whitney Howard. Her dribble goes off her foot, picked up by Engel. Another turnover. Engel challenges Fitzpatrick at the bucket, far side, and Fitzpatrick will pick up the foul, and Maddie Engel will go to the line for her 5th time of the night.
And that was a tough spot for Fitzpatrick. Engel's going down with the basketball on one side of the lane as the first free throw is good. And Fitzpatrick kind of face guarding Lafferty on the other side of the paint and just kind of reached over at the last second to alter the shot. But Engel able to convert both free throws.
17 in the contest, and she sat out 3/4 of the first quarter. 48-31. Floyd Central has opened this one up, but still yet some time left for Prestonsburg. 5:25 to go on the final stanza. Music, deep three, left it short. Lafferty with the near side rebound. Ahead she goes to Crease. Crease quickly down to Engel. Engel, beautiful pass underneath to Moore. Oh, she missed a wide open layup.
And Moore will definitely want that one back. A great job by Engel to see her in transition. Moore just kind of short-armed it a little bit.
Hey, being the point guard, look, there's a little conversation I'm having with you, Josh McKinney, going down the floor. You got to finish that. I gave you the biscuit. All you had to do is put the gravy on it.
I'm not messing up biscuits and gravy now.
Good
that might not be the best analogy because I ain't messing that up.
That's good comeback. Stevens works off the far block, turns inside the lane. Nice shot there by the sophomore Lakin Stevens. Stevens now with 5, 48-33. Time now. Here's a backcourt steal by Fitzpatrick. Her shot put up from point blank won't go, but it was knocked out of bounds. And we'll stay Prestonsburg basketball. Garcia is going to check back in for Coach Justin Triplett, and she's going to give Crace a breather. Blanton, Engel, Moore, Lafferty, and Garcia on the floor for Floyd Central.
It's a great hustle and effort by Fitzpatrick, but just a sloppy, careless turnover for Floyd Central.
Howard gets it Fitzpatrick. Nice play there, designed by Coach Brandon Kidd. Fitzpatrick the bucket. Whitney the assist. Now here's another steal. Music picks it up. She goes up and lays it in. Now Coach Justin Triplett wants to stop his motion as Prestonsburg's on a 4-0 run, 4:35 to go, 48-37. And Josh will keep it here, and we want to thank all of our sponsors, the Howard Pharmacy pregame show. We'll have that between the games of the girls and boys. The tail of the tape. And Josh is Whitney, control him. He
can't. Ask Kayla. I cannot be controlled.
Good crowd. Good crowd.
Good crowd filling in for the end of this one. The start of the boys' game coming up. And, 11-point game, 4:35 to play. And Floyd Central, they got it up to 17 points there a little bit ago, but just they've not been able to really put them away. And that's a lot of credit to Prestonsburg. They've wanted this game to be ugly. They've wanted to be sloppy, and they've gotten the game that they've wanted. The shot selection has been pretty good for the most part. This haven't gotten to fall, but Aubrey Moore, Floyd Central was able to knock down 4 threes, and Prestonsburg has made one from outside the arc. Just that one to start the quarter from Candace Music, and that's kind of been the difference. Floyd Central's not been able to knock down free throws to really seal it at the free throw line down the stretch, and kind of leaving that door open just a little bit.
Newsom, Stevens, Music, Whitney Howard, and Fitzpatrick break away from Prestonsburg. Garcia, Lafferty, Blanton, Engel, and Moore for Floyd Central. Garcia speeds down the far sideline, finds Engel. Her deep three, boy, hit nothing but the bottom of the net. And Anthony Morgan Sizemore, there's your string Music. Pushes the lead back out to 14.
She sat on the bench for the first quarter and a half of the first half, and she has just not missed a beat this second half.
Music double team, lose the handle of it, picked up by Moore. 2-on-1 break. Floyd Central, she gives it near side to Engel, and Josh, those two girls do look the same, but boy, they play so well together.
Well, they really do. And Aubrey Moore she kind of came onto the scene last year in a much more increased role for this team. And she has really stepped up her game as Engel knocks down the first free throw. Has really stepped up her game. She's really developed a really nice outside shot. But her defense continues to get better and better, and she came up with the steal that time, dished it off to Engel, who makes one of 2 free throws.
21 on the night for the sophomore guard for Floyd Central. 52-37, ducking under the 4-minute mark here in the final quarter of play. Floyd Central staying in that stingy man-to-man defense. Music challenges Blanton inside the circle. Left-hand dribble, kind of threw the floater up right-handed. But they say it's too much little contact by the little freshman guard for Floyd Central. And Music, with 5 points on the night, she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you said Engel's got 21 points. It's been an awfully semi-quiet 21 points. I mean, it's come in spurts, and she's been able to just really turn things on in the second half.
There's
First free throw good.
There's an old saying, man, the smooth ones, you go and you're like, I think I held him to 14, Coach. Well, look at the stat sheet, son.
Well, it's much like the other night for Floyd Central Martin County. Is the free throws good for Music? You know, Braden Turner for Floyd Central played really good defense on Braxton Keithley, but you held him to 22, 23 points. You know, that's a good defensive night. He played really well on Keithley as Music knocks down both free throws, and Prestonsburg's going to take a timeout.
The word smooth is not used much in the game. But when it is used, let me tell you, it's a compliment. And to your coattail, Engel has, and she's been the recipient of some good passes here in the second half, and Floyd Central's moved the ball well. But Prestonsburg's still hanging. It's 3:51 to play, 52-39.
Oh, no, 13 points is not, with 3:51 to play, that this team is not near dead for Coach Brandon Kidd. And if you can just get, I've said it several times, if you can get a 3 to fall, even with still this much time left, it's going to do a lot, because they're forcing turnovers. They forced 7 turnovers here in the second half alone, 18 for the game. So they've got the defensive pressure. And they've gotten some really good looks, but give a lot of credit to that defense of Floyd Central as well, because they have just made life miserable inside the paint for Prestonsburg. And we've seen Prestonsburg get a steal in front court in the paint and not been able to convert because of the pressure applied by the Lady Jags.
Yes, sir. Fitzpatrick, Music, Wright, Whitney, Howard, and Stevens on the backside of that box-type press. And Moore is going to trigger the ball inbounds. 1-3-1 zone formation against his zone press. Chloe and Case in back court. And there's going to be a backcourt violation as Moore took steps. Turnover, Floyd Central.
Yeah, great job by Music. Moore caught the ball, went to her left like she was going to pass the ball to Engel, but Music did a nice job of kind of cutting it off and making Moore second-guess herself and caused her feet to shuffle. And another turnover, see what Prestonsburg can do to capitalize.
Fitzpatrick gets it inbounds. She's challenged by Blanton. She tries to get the pass down low to Stevens. Lafferty with a nice defensive play with the steal. Turnover, Prestonsburg. Blanton just races around Fitzpatrick, but now they said she took steps. But, boy, you want to talk about a beautiful inside-out dribble.
Yeah, she got by Fitzpatrick with that nice move, and then nice job by Stevens to hold her ground on the block, but that was quite the move.
She got Fitzpatrick to zig as she zagged. Coach Spurlock will like that.
Stevens didn't fall for it on the back end of it.
Howard now. Time becoming an issue for Prestonsburg. Blanton knocks a pass down. She races against Whitten. Allison in the back court. Good hustle play there by both players. Ball goes out of bounds on the baseline, left side of the radio dial, and it'll stay Floyd Central basketball, and they are holding on to a 13-point lead with 3:14 to play. Lafferty gets the ball inbounds from Garcia, picks up her dribble, still trying to find someone. She finds Crace with it now. They swing it around the horn. Here's Engel. Engel deep three on the way. Goes up, bounce once, bounce twice. No good. Rebound by Music. Even though Engel's three was missed, boy, that ball hugs the rim.
She don't miss by much when she misses.
We call it the ball hugger.
I mean, and that she nearly got the friendly bounce on the road for that shot to fall.
Howard goes free throw line extended in front of the Prestonsburg bench. He has the ball stolen by Garcia. Garcia's going to outrun Fitzpatrick to the bucket, and you want to talk about a kid that's done the things that really don't show up in the scorebook is that sophomore Mahia Garcia for Floyd Central.
And she has been quite the spark plug off that Floyd Central bench.
She pushes the lead back out by 15 with 2:31 to go, and now she picks up a foul in front court. That'll be her third. And Wright will trigger the ball for Prestonsburg. Allison splits the defenders. Ball goes to the floor. Her and Garcia fight for it. Now they're still fighting for it. Now there's going to be a jump ball. And I thought it was a controlled movement. You know, the ref was right there on top of the play. There wasn't a lot of.
You know, Floyd Central Engel and Garcia did a really good job of kind of backing off and not getting on top of her, on top of the ball, and get the foul called. They just kind of got their hands in there enough to get the jump ball called. Possession gives it back to the Lady Jaguars.
Moving right to left on the radio dial. Blanton throws it over the top to Garcia. Garcia fakes right, goes left, goes up off the dribble. 16-footer, no good. Rebound by Stevens. She clears it out to the freshman Paisley Sloan. 2 minutes to play in the game. Prestonsburg trying to cut into this 15-point lead. Music, contested three straight. Oh, boy, was that a tough shot, but nothing but the bottom of the net by the senior guard. They've got the lead down to 12 with 1:50 to play. Blanton going to be called for steps.
Yeah, an unforced turnover. She kind of shuffled her feet again. Some indecision on whether to pass it to Crace on the wing or Lafferty up top, and got called for a second walk. And looks like she's going to be the one to take a seat on the bench in favor of Aubrey Moore, who comes back in.
Wright's going to trigger the ball inbounds, and good hands there on the inbounds pass as Engel knocks it into the stands, front row. No, you can't take that home now.
Souvenir.
Wright gets it in back court to Music.
Those basketballs aren't cheap.
No, not anymore. Now Paisley Sloan has it knocked away. Beautiful off the back pass from Crace to Garcia. Beautiful play by the senior. She gave it ahead to the sophomore, and she finishes the play off, and now Floyd Central's pushed the lead out to 14. Whitney is doing a super job on the camera. She caught all of that action, and Crace went to her back, had enough sense to see a cutting Garcia, and Garcia outran everyone to lay it up with the left hand.
And that's, you know, it's when you play together for a while, and, you know, this Lady Jag team is relative. They've only got a handful of seniors, but they played a lot of basketball together.
They have Sloan double trapped in front of the Prestonsburg bench, and now Coach Kidd's going to have to be forced to call a timeout. 1:26 to go, 56-22. What was a 24-16 game at the half? And kind of Floyd Central went into the half with a big momentum play from that Garcia gave to Engel to close out the half, and from that point on, it's been pretty much Floyd Central. They've led as many as 15.
Yeah, it's been, you know, if you're Prestonsburg, you kind of liked where you were at the half, maybe liked where you were at the end of the third quarter because you were in the ball game. You're not able to get pulled away from, and you've really kind of held Engel in check because of her foul situation. But, you know, Floyd Central has really gotten some big moments and big plays from Aubrey Moore. Chloe Crace got it going in that third quarter. Reagan Lafferty struggled, but Mahala Garcia's picked up some slack here in the fourth, and Engel's really just hit another gear in the second half after being saddled with foul trouble in the first half. And, you know, you can only kind of contain someone like that so long, and I think Prestonsburg is kind of seeing that you were able to hold her in check for 2 quarters, and she's like, oh, enough of this stuff. I want to play. I want to see some action on the floor. And she has really made her stamp on this game, and otherwise what looked like it was going to be an off night for the sophomore.
Floyd Central's placed 3 players in double figures here tonight, and they did that also on their win in the season opener over Paintsville. Now the inbounds pass is stolen by Crace. Crace works in back front court. Down low, she finds Engel. Engel tries to pass it across underneath the bucket. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Sloan for Prestonsburg. Allen and Newsom are going to quickly jump off Brandon Kidd's bench, and he's going to replace Wright and Sloan. And Moore will trigger the ball inbounds with 1:19 to play. They've got a 56-42 lead, trying to close this one out. Crace gets it back on top. Near side, she finds Moore, skips it way over across the court to Blanton. Now back out on Crace, so Floyd Central looks like they're going to play a little keep away here with 65 seconds to play in the contest. Crace double teamed. High post pass, she goes to Lafferty, and Lafferty's going to be fouled by Stevens. Stevens will pick up her third. Prestonsburg was in a zone on the inbounds pass and inbounds play, and Prestonsburg came out on front court, and Prestonsburg had to come out of that zone to try to be aggressive, and Lafferty will go to the line for Floyd Central. First time of the night. And a quiet night offensively for the sophomore. Averaged 14 last year. She's got 3 now. But she'll take this win by the margin.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating night for Reagan.
This is a second. Stevens clears it out to Allen. Under a minute to play. Fitzpatrick goes inside the circle off the dribble, got to the bucket, drew contact. And Jade will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play, and she's got 12 in the contest to cut into this 13-point lead. She can do with this conversion, bring it down to 12 with 51 seconds to go. Shots on the way off the mark. Rebound by Crace. Crace goes into front court, challenged by Music. She finds Moore with the two-pointer. And as always, all of us coaches say you've got to lead 57-44. Coach, I got to get my average. Well, you get over here.
Well, she's really cooled off. She's picked up some fouls in the second half too, but a strong start for her. Hasn't quite been able to maintain it.
Here's Prestonsburg turning it over again. So it's just a matter of what the final score is going to be, and Floyd Central is going to get a key 58 district win on the road. Blanton pitches it out to Moore. Back to Blanton, playing a little two-man weave on the far sideline is Coach Justin Tripp's squad. Now they bring it near side to Crace. Crace goes inside. Baseline pass to Engel, back out to Moore. Now they're going to probably dribble it out. And Floyd Central is going to go 2-0 on the season, and they'll go to 1-0 in the district with this victory of 57-44 over Prestonsburg. We will take a 3-minute timeout. When we return, it's the postgame show, and we'll wrap things up before the boys take the court at the field house. You're listening to 58 District Girls Basketball action on WMDJ Sports.
As the weather turns colder and the nights grow longer, let Secure All Security Systems make home the coziest place to be. With the installation of a smart home security system, you can enjoy a warm welcome every evening as your lights turn on automatically. Greet guests through your phone with a doorbell camera and unlock your door remotely with secure smart locks. Relax fireside with your complete peace of mind as your connected smoke and carbon monoxide detectors are on watch for you 24/7. This season, stay safe, warm, and cozy with Secure All. Call their office today to receive a free consultation with personalized recommendations for your security needs. They provide residential and commercial solutions, including smart security, camera surveillance, access control, and fire alarm systems. Call today, 606-506-0371. That's 606-506-0371. And Secure All with Secure All.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Part of the fabric of our community, that's McDowell Professional Pharmacy. Steve and Alicia Dawson started McDowell Professional Pharmacy back in 1993 with the commitment to serve the folks of Floyd County. McDowell Professional Pharmacy offers a free mobile app for quick refills, a drive-through for that on-the-go prescription, pickup, and free delivery service. At McDowell Professional Pharmacy, they know you by name, not just a refill number. That's McDowell Professional Pharmacy.
Your Sims Furniture family wishes you and your family Merry Christmas. Right now, take advantage of year-end discounts during the Christmas event at Sims Furniture in Prestonsburg. Discounts on the furniture you need in your home for the holidays, and it can be in your home for the holidays. There's no waiting weeks or months to get furniture to your home. If you see it at Sims Furniture, you can take it home today or schedule an in-home delivery. Right now, choose a special gift with each purchase or take a discount. And Santa and Mrs. Claus are coming to Sims Furniture. Santa and Mrs. Claus will arrive on a fire truck at 2:30 p.m. on Saturday, December 13th. They'll be there from 2:30 until 4, but come 15 minutes early to see their arrival. Bring the kids to see Santa and Mrs. Claus and take advantage of year-end discounts. Merry Christmas from your Sims Furniture family. Sims Furniture, Highlands Plaza, Prestonsburg.
Robinson Septic Service in Martin offers full service for installing septic systems, including repairing broken lines, unclog and clear lines, pump tanks, jetter, and camera service. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency service. Call Stevie at 375-2003.
Accidents happen when we least expect them, and when they do, you need someone on your side. You need Keith Bartley. Floyd County Attorney Keith Bartley and the law office of Vanover Hall, Bartley & Ward is dedicated in fighting for justice. If you've been injured in a car wreck, slip and fall, or hurt at work, Keith Bartley is on your side. Whether it's personal injury, Social Security claims, or wrongful death, don't face the aftermath alone. Call Floyd County Attorney Keith Bartley at 886-1428 in Prestonsburg.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Welcome back, everyone. We've completed the first game of this 58th District doubleheader here at the Field House. And Floyd Central came to town in what was a 24-16 game at the half. They pulled away from Prestonsburg in that late part of that third quarter and win going away by the final 57-44. Coach Brandon Kidd played 10 players, 7 of those scored, and they were led in scoring by seniors Allison Howard and Jade Fitzpatrick. Both girls had 12 points, and senior guard Candace Music had 10. 2 points were recorded by Addison Wright, 2 by Lakin Stevens, 2 by Candace Allen, and 1 point by Whitney Howard. For the victorious Lady Jags, they get a key district win on the road early in the season. They were led by their sophomore guard, Maddie Engel. Engel came on in the second half. She had to sit, as Josh mentioned, with the first half due to foul trouble, but she finishes the night with 21 points, going 8 of 10 from the charity stripe. She was joined in double figures by senior guard Chloe Case with 10, and 13 points by Audrey Moore, and then 5 points provided by the freshman Julie Blanton, 3 points by Reagan Lafferty, 2 points by Brooklyn Salmons to close out the scoring, and also little sophomore Marcy Mahia Garcia closed it out with 4. And Josh, good win for the Lady Jags.
Yeah, an excellent win. They forced Prestonsburg into 24 turnovers. They were able to get contributions from a lot of players. The other night against Paintsville was the Lafferty-Engel show. Tonight you got big games from Aubrey Moore, Jalen Blanton, Mahala Garcia came on late, and then Engel was a slow start, but really turned it on in the second half to propel the Lady Jags to a 2-0 start. 1-0, most importantly, in the 58th District.
Good job on the commentary and stats, Bud, and we'll send it back to the station.
Back in 3 minutes, we'll get you set for the boys matchup with the Howard Family Pharmacy Countdown to Tip-Off show in 3 minutes between the Jags and the Black Cats. You're listening to and watching WMDJ FM 100 Sports.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy, and it's time to check the halls with Appalachian Wireless starting today through December 31st. Get amazing holiday deals on